I'm Ricky Wysocki, and we're out here for the 2021 Waco Annual Charity Open. I lived in Ohio, and luckily I lived like a par 4 away from the course, and I was able to walk to the course pretty much every day. But my neighbor across the street played disc golf, and he was like, I was like, what are you doing every day? I always saw him walking past my house with this bag and stuff. I was like, what are you doing over there? He's like, oh, I'm playing disc golf. I'm like, oh, I want to try that one time. But I think the biggest thing that you can take away is go out there and get yourself out there. I think that's a lot of people get stuck in their comfort zone. They don't really go and travel, go to other tournaments, play with better players, and that'll really test your skills, and that'll really allow you to elevate your game. Lyme, I take a positive out of it because it changed my lifestyle for the better, and having to really be more disciplined and more in tune with my body based on how I eat, how supplements I take. I'm an athlete. I'm no good if I can't play, so I do everything I can to stay healthy and perform the best of my ability. I think of sidearms when I think of Waco just because there's a lot of tight tunnel shots. There's some bomber sidearms. Your sidearm has to be on point. I think a lot of players that win here and succeed here and play well are players that throw really controlled sidearms but also have distance, so it's a good combination of both. I think it's a well-rounded course, so a well-rounded player is going to play well and win here, and that's what I really like. It tests all part of your game. So this week's a 3-day event, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and we have Monday through Thursday to practice, so that's 4 days, so I'll probably get 5 to 6 rounds in. I like to get a lot of reps in. Within each round, I'm throwing 3 or 4 drives, 3 or 4 upshots, 3 or 4 putts to dial in the greens, essentially playing 12, 14, 16 rounds based on how many shots I'm throwing. So I'm getting a lot of muscle memory, a lot of reps in, and that's how I feel like I dial in these courses on tour. Playing healthy, that's the biggest thing. I know if I can play healthy, I'm gonna get wins, I'm gonna play confident. There's a lot of things that go into a tournament. It's not just, I don't just wake up and roll out of the bed and just go to the tournament, Making food, making smoothies, making green tea, keep snacks, So it's a lot about preparing the round so that way I can have the energy levels I need to perform well. It's awesome to see the growth of the sport and this many people able to make a living, able to buy these vans and basically change their whole lifestyle to adapt to the disc golf world and disc golf lifestyle. And so it's awesome to see all these new players pursuing it, wanting to get good, wanting to play at a top level in the disc golf. There's so many different aspects to the sport that are growing. It's awesome to be a part of it. It's awesome to be a face for the sport and do anything I can to help grow the sport, show everybody what disc golf's really about, and break some of the stereotypes that maybe have been created in the past, and show everybody it's a true professional sport. We're true professional athletes, and we just got to show the world that.
Hello disc golf fans, and welcome to round 2 front 9 coverage of the 2021 Waco Annual Charity Open presented by Prodigy Discs. I am Brian Earhart, joined here again by Nate Perkins, and we are at the very, very windy and chaotic Beast course.
It's so windy.
It's unbelievable out here. We were supposed to get rain on Friday, didn't get it. We were supposed to get rain on Saturday, didn't get it. But we did get brought quite a bit of crazy, slightly swirling, chaotic wind. And we have an amazing card to attack this course. Emerson Keith, Lance Brown, Ricky Wysocki, and Zach Johnson from Missouri. Look at these new names on the leaderboard here.
Gavin Rathbun leading the tournament. The 15-year-old Gannon Burr making the lead card for round 2.
Just showing how it's anybody's day out here in the wind, and hole 1 is proving to be a very challenging hole, and we've mentioned it before, very simple without wind.
Absolutely, but with this 25 plus mile per hour crosswind, as you said, it's out of the south, but it's swirling.
Yeah.
That rock face across the river swirls this wind around. And right now it's kind of like a head left to right, almost helping the disc drop down a little, but every now and then some player will get a gust that will lift it up and over the sidewalk.
Emerson's going Kind of a flatter hyzer trying to get shoved by that crosswind. And that's
checkup.
stuck. And as again you see, that sponsorship wall being removed from the right side makes it a lot touchier for some of these spike hyzers coming in. We saw quite a few players in round one roll out of bounds. And Lance Brown is a player that performs extremely well on specific courses. He's a solid sidearm and overhand player from Charlotte area, I believe. And he's got some tricks up his sleeve, let's just say that.
He sure does.
And speaking of overhand,
Wow.
there's a tomahawk from Lance.
No. Okay.
He did get the green.
Gets the green.
It's actually a pretty good spot to land.
Yeah, what a reaction to just push forward instead of skipping right and down that hill.
And you had mentioned a crazy stat about Ricky Wysocki.
So Ricky, during his Lime flare-up last year, missed the cash at this event, the 2-round tournament last year, and that ended his 6-year cash streak, dating back to when he missed cash at the 2014 USDGC. So it's great for disc golf to see Ricky back in prime condition.
He's been taking his health so seriously. I mean, controversially, he took the holistic approach to the Lime's flare-up, and I mean, we can't knock him now. It looks like he's doing as well as he possibly can. He's taking his diet, his fitness, everything so seriously. And here's another fun player to watch.
Absolutely. Zach Johnson. I like to call him ZJ. He has been on the road for a while now.
Yeah, one of the true road warriors of the sport. Plays 30 to 40 tournaments a year quite frequently.
And this is just going to be a ripping tailwind. You can see it just gets slammed right there. That's a great putt.
It's a great putt on a hole where a lot can go wrong in very random ways. So solid birdie from Ricky.
Great drive from Zach. Imagine he was throwing a Firebird right there.
Couple of birdies, couple of pars. We're going to move into hole number 2.
Hole 2, it's a par 4, 630. We have a Mando on our left. Sidewalk right marks out of bounds, and that sidewalk left wraps all the way around the bucket. Normally this one is playing at or under par, but because we're going into a direct headwind, it's been playing much harder this weekend.
Yeah, 3.85 is the average score. So par is really not going to lose you that many strokes in the field. Ricky's stalls a little bit. That's going to be a little bit of work there.
Oh, that's wide. Oh,
That's got to get a path skip, if anything.
And you see as soon as it was
no.
exposed, the wind just got underneath it and pushed it out wide.
Yeah, and the fact that they're playing slightly left to right off this tee pad changes the wind from a straight head to a pushing headwind towards the out of bounds.
You really have to commit to that hyzer and low, and even Emerson's got pushed down and to the right.
Lance Brown with a backhand. Little short.
ZJ does have the power to push this sidearm all the way up there. Just look how that thing is behaving, just lifting into that wind.
Oh my gosh.
My goodness.
Come back in bounds.
No. What a mistake by Lance Brown right there. That thing got destroyed by the wind.
Emerson throwing a little bit straighter of a disc. And that went out of bounds too. Oh my gosh. And Ricky's going to be about 25 from the basket. Much better result than the rest of his card mates.
Oh, sit. Sit. And this is one of the more exposed baskets on the course. And look at that. This is wild to watch right now.
And that is a solid, solid birdie from Ricky.
He's picking up 2 on the card.
His whole card is just kind of falling apart here. Here's a big headwind putt for Emerson.
This is first bogey.
That's a way to stick it early on in the round. A big number like that on hole 2 just never starts your round off on a good note.
That's a huge putt from Emerson
Yeah.
in that right to left head.
High left for Zach. That's unfortunately going to be, I believe.
It's at least a double.
Yeah.
Lance with a similar putt to hole 1. He's got the strong tailwind, slight right to left.
High left from him as well. Ricky is in a good spot after watching his card kind of blow up on this hole. Kind of
I would say so. Each
uncharacteristic, yeah.
player had a shot that was completely just wrecked by the wind.
And it's just one of those weekends, you know, that almost every disc golfer faces at least one time in their tournament playing career, that you just have to stay patient and just keep moving. Hole number 3, 320 feet. Again, with this wind pushing, players are going to try to get this big helping flare with a low hyzer.
Ricky going Firebird here.
Whoa, that thing has some meat on its bones.
Anything outside the circle on this one is tough to even run at.
Yeah. There's that low hyzer from Emerson. If that gets a flare off the hill, that's a good shot. And that's got a fade from Zach.
Keeps it flat. And the wind just flattens it out, straightens it out. Let's see how this holds up in the wind.
Almost. And that's the thing with Lance's forehand. He is from the woods of North Carolina and is a very steep hyzer flip forehand player. So in this wind, he's going to have to work really hard. He doesn't throw a lot of flex shots.
Oh, wow. That is incredible from Ricky Wysocki. I mean, it looked like he dunked it, Brian, and it just gets the top band.
To get back to even.
Just pulls it.
And he is outside the circle. Lance snags the par. And I'm guessing he was just giving Emerson some time to get over to that lie, because he's got a 33-footer here.
Yeah, and the exact opposite wind that he just putted into. He's got it left to right now. Oh, that is a heartbreaker from 20 feet, 3 putts.
And that's the challenging part about putting on these riser baskets in the wind. It just shrinks the green so much.
Our warehouse manager, Dylan, is on vacation this week, so we decided to bring Heather in to keep things running at a high level. She's already had a huge impact on our crew, and overall, they've embraced the changes surprisingly well. We're really happy with how Heather is doing in this new leadership role.
Hole 4, it's a par 4, getting into the tight wooded section here at the Beast. Slight S-curve. takes a very specific shot.
Yeah, there's not really an option to eagle the hole. I haven't seen anyone come close. This is just a 2-shot, old school par 4.
Yeah, you just need to break one around the corner, get a straight, soft skip. He's in the woods, but he's going to be nearly looking at the pin. That's a great drive.
Yeah, and with his sidearm, it's a good spot to be.
Oh, and Zach knew he just pushed it straight into that tree on the right.
Great result, though. He's going to have a sidearm. He might even have a look at birdie if he wants to.
Curious if Lance is going to flip a forehand up and around the corner.
I don't think so. He puts a lot of time into his backhand. It's the shot that doesn't come the most naturally to him, but he puts a lot of time in. Just a little inside.
Had the angle and the speed.
Yeah, it's going to be okay.
Don't cut roll.
I almost think he was maybe trying to go with a cut roller. Kind of aggressive play, maybe.
Zach does have that inside window. Oh, and he pulls it a little left.
Not too bad. He'll have an up and down for a par.
This is such a tricky shot to
Oh,
beat it. Oh,
so
nearly.
close. Lance.
It's so hard to throw a forehand with your hips open like that.
And he hits the same tree. That's going to be a 35-footer for both of them.
Yeah, it's really the one to beat on the forehand. And wow, look how far Ricky pushed up there.
Stand still, pig. Great birdie.
3 through 4 for Ricky. Hot start.
And fun fact about this hole, it averaged exactly, out of the whole field, 4.00. Exactly par 4.
Wow.
Even.
That's every year it improves.
Yeah.
That's
I just think it's one of those timeless holes that would have been a great hole in the 80s. You know, it's a great hole now. It still challenges the players. You don't see tons of birdies on it.
It is only 440 feet.
And I've heard a lot of people say that it shouldn't be a par 4, and after playing it as many times as I have, oh my gosh.
What else could it be?
If someone threw a flex sidearm into this hole, that is an eagle in every sense of the word. Nice bogey putt there for Lance. That is a good save after going aggressive on that shot. The initial putt that he took. Emerson's going to grab a par, and he's 2 over for the round. Kind of a rough putting start for him. And Ricky pushes to 3. Hole number 5, uphill, 264. Little hyzer flip, mid-range up the hill. A lot of players are just trying to dunk it into the side of the hill and slide up to the basket. Oh yeah, exactly how he chalked it up.
Beautiful shot from Rick. Look at Zach's shoulders over the top of his disc. Missed that root. Oh, and it does. Look at that.
Oh, somebody's closer.
Explorer forehand from Emerson. Oh, just pushes it to the left.
Look at how the wind is just still seeping into the woods. It's just brutal out here.
It really did get under that disc and kind of push it further left.
He got a little air underneath it, and
Oh, no.
actually, that might have been a good result for him. If you push over that tree line on the right, it is horrible jail. There's not even a look to pitch out from there. Emerson giving himself another tester.
from about 25.
Hey everybody, thank you for watching Gatekeeper Media, and I wanted to let y'all know that I have this new stamp coming out. I'm gonna have it on a bunch of different molds. If you would like one, reach out to me on my Instagram. My tag is @Emerdaddy64, so just hit me up on Instagram. Hope you enjoy the rest of the round.
Hole 6, it's a par 3, 267. The gap right here is only 10 feet across. Very specific shot. Forehand is a common play, or the backhand turnover. Ricky going pig, and that's just inside. Horrible kick. That is going to be a tough spot. Can be a quick bogey from over there.
Absolutely. There's a section back there that opens up, but I think he kicked so early that there's no way they're trimming that side of the fairway.
Zach going Firebird here. Push forward. Okay, circle one. Justice from Emerson. Gets the inside gap.
Was that a Justice?
Wow.
I think that might have been an Explorer that he down-tempoed.
Really?
Yeah, that was a really solid-looking shot. And
Oh,
the
what?
graceful kick of the disc golf gods. That would have been way early if he didn't get that nose-down shove. And did Ricky hit another tree?
No. Oh, he circles edge for his bogey.
Uh-oh. Lance giving it a little bid.
Has this tree to contend with. Oh, look, wind kind of in his face.
Great bogey putt there for Ricky.
That's got to be frustrating for him. Oh, look at that.
The
Exhale.
sigh of sweet relief. And there's another birdie for Zach. That's 2 in a row for him. Kind of a slow start. But he's picked up. Now he's 3 down for the round. Catching a little fire here. Sometimes hitting a bogey putt from circle's edge feels better than getting a tap-in birdie.
Yeah, it can definitely help you build momentum. That was a big putt.
And Lance just struggling to get the angles right with his sidearm. It's something that is so impressive to watch, but just today he's got to pick it up a bit. Number 7, 429, another short par 4. Hit the gap, throw an up shot, stick it on the screen. But Zach has an option to go for the eagle here.
This is right in his wheelhouse. A little bit of Anheuser. Needs to beat it.
And that's the hard part about that flex is you have to push it very forward for the first 200 feet of the flight and then get it to drift left. They don't make it that easy out of the hand. You have to flip it a little bit.
Emerson going mid-range here.
A little bit wide, but it worked out. He'll have a little work to do from there. Almost got it. Still out in the open.
That's a good miss.
Yeah. Oh,
Get
yeah.
it out the gap, just a little too turned over. Oh, and Ricky also going to attempt it. Turn.
He wanted
Oh,
that.
no.
Just couldn't get it to flip over. With how good his backhand's getting, I always forget how dominant he was with the sidearm back when he won his world titles.
Yeah, 2014 in Oregon.
Unbelievable.
It was like he was automatic for a 425-foot forehand park job.
One of the most legendary battles I've ever seen in disc golf was in 2014. Him and Macbeth at the World Championships in Portland. Hell of a pin
Himself
high.
a look.
Yeah.
Interesting across that bowl. Smooth looking release from Emerson.
I think it's stuck.
Nice touch shot from Lance right
yeah.
there. Flipping that putter up.
Just going to take a tap in 4. There's a birdie for Lance. He's on the board. Couple of birdies in a row for Emerson.
Hole 8, maybe the shortest hole on the Disc Golf Pro Tour, only 213 feet, very small gap. Basket sits up on this little hill. You can't go too deep.
You kind of just have to slide it up to the basket.
Yeah, you really want to get early, else that can happen right there. And he's going to have a look. It's just pretty steep.
It's another one of those putts where if you hit the bin, you're rolling. And there's that touch sidearm from Lance.
That's beautiful.
And it's going to sit down.
Oh, yeah.
Solid shot.
This gap is so small.
Yeah, all these guys are flicking putters pretty much. It's going to be a pig from Ricky. Sit. Oh,
yes.
my gosh. Great stick. Here's that faith again from Emerson.
Didn't get the initial height.
We both held our breath for him on that one.
No. No. He's got the same distance coming back. Oh, yes. What a good putt. Nearly the same putt that Emerson just had. That's frustrating.
Solid birdie for Lance. 2 in a row for him. And I believe that brings him back to even for the round. Ricky's going to take that bogey stroke back, and we're going to move into number 9, a monstrous 519-foot par 4 low ceiling, huge tee shot to get off the tee to this bowl area, and then a treacherous green as well. We have all these roots and hard-packed dirt. This is a hard tee shot.
No. That is a forehand roller. First I've ever seen on the hole. Wow, and it gets nearly all the way down in the bowl, Brian.
This is more like it.
Stay in the air. Go forward.
Might be a tiny bit short.
Oh, I don't know if he saw that curl at the end. He might have the angle.
It was a beautiful drive.
What was that reaction? Was there a wind blowing through the
It
woods?
had to have been. It looked like he smoked it on that line and it just drifted left.
Whoa, yeah, look at this. Look at these discs. Completely resisting turn, but Zach has pushed his almost deep. He still might have a good second shot from there.
That's so unfortunate to push it that deep, though, up that hill like that.
Wow.
That's a pretty common lie over there, hitting those trees and kicking left, and you really need to get it down into the bowl. It's an instant 5 from here at best.
Yeah. It is a tight fairway, and the landing zone to get the birdie is very specific.
Push. Oh, he gets the inside
Nice
gap. He's
shot.
looking at a 3. Oh, and look how far Zach has pushed. Lays out for it and actually checks up and circles edge. He might have a little gap right there.
Wow, and Lance was praying for it to sit down and hit something, and it hit nothing.
It hit nothing.
Great landing from Emerson. Super smooth, matched the hill. Ah, Lance.
Oh, this has been such a rocky front 9.
Oh, this is...
It
yeah.
shows you why the scores are the way that they are this weekend.
I mentioned chaotic to start this round out, and it's how all of us are feeling out here. You know, this course with little wind is a scorer's paradise, but when these head and tail winds pick up, it gets so bizarre.
Yeah, and it's windy enough that the discs are getting affected here in the woods. And
Yeah.
These are dense woods.
I almost wanted a super slow-mo on that flight path of Zach's. That was bizarre. Not to take away from Ricky getting a fantastic birdie 3 on this hole.
Yeah, only a handful of those per round.
Yeah, this one averaged a 4.56 in round 2. So he's taking 2.5 strokes in the field. 1.5. My math is a little off. There you have it, folks. That is the front 9 of round 2. We have Ricky on a tear, and we have some people chasing him and picking up some steam. Make sure to subscribe to Gatekeeper Media on YouTube, and we will see you for round number 2. Nate.
Brian, it's been a pleasure, man.